IndusInd Bank is looking interesting because, remember we've been talking about why the result date is not out yet. That could have been because of this approval not yet for Bharat Pin IndusInd merger. Now that that's in place, I think that's the one which is seeing quite a bit of a gap up. And remember that was the stock which had, huge gains going for it in last series. And after that, we had seen some correction in that one. So that actually has had a big gap up. And maximum amount of shorts are in IndusInd Bank and Yes Bank. So IndusInd, the first bar on IndusInd is actually quite big. I'm just looking at that futures data. In fact, that's the one which is surging now and could easily take the bank nifty higher, because that's the one where you have short. Look at that move now. 2.5% higher is what you have on IndusInd Bank, and that's really propelling the bank nifty right now. Ashwani, your thoughts on market opening, and is there a trade here?
See, my sense would be that you had 3 or 4 big down days on bank nifty. So I would like to build a long position here and see what happens, because we are standing on a very strong support. So chances are that once this pullback is over, private banks should continue their upside. So that way, 50-point stop and maybe 400-500 on the upside on bank nifty. It looks like at lower levels there should be some short covering.
Okay, well, the other stock that's really moving now is ONGC. It's up over 3% and big volumes on that one. So don't lose sight of what's happening with ONGC at the high point right now. Sudarshan, any thoughts on market opening? It seems like a stable one, but any individual stocks that you've spotted?
Well, yes, I think the Nifty is a buying opportunity for the day. Keep a stop at 11,550, and that also triggers your short trade if it comes about. Otherwise, be long now. Among the individual stocks, I think NBFCs are short selling opportunities. The small rally that we are seeing in Diwan Housing or even India Bulls Housing is a short.
Okay, by the way, the other stock where the dip is getting bought rather swiftly is Lupin. Just look at that stock once again. Yesterday, of course, that was the stock of the day after that upgrade from Morgan Stanley. And this morning, at least, the first dip on that one has been bought. So it opened about 3.5% lower. Now just about 1.5% lower on that. So that's also an interesting stock. Ahead of numbers, M&M Financial is doing well. So that's another interesting stock. Mitessh, your thoughts and any interesting trade?
So, Anuj, ONGC was one of the top picks today, so that is doing well. Follow through is happening over there. I think around 173, 175 profit can be booked. And I talked about shorting IndusInd Bank. I think that trade we have not taken because I said we'll do it in a bounce back, but doesn't look like look in the first early jump up. But in the financial side, I think Bajaj Finance looks like could be a long trade, as well as Godrej Consumer Products. I think that also looks like to be a good long trade.
Okay, well, the dip is getting bought today, and a lot of stocks which are now seeing highs of the day right now. Let's pull out Tata Global as well. There also, at least there's some attempt of buying. It started lower, but it's now seeing some buying. It started at 203, now going to 208. Lupin is an example, and of course IndusInd Bank also looking quite good. On ONGC, of course, there's this buzz of this MSCI weight increase, so that, and of course crude's up as well, so that's leading to this move, but it's had a big run over the last 2 days. Anyway, gentlemen, thanks a lot for taking us through market opening. We'll keep coming back to you.